What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a review for Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 23, guys. The episode was titled On Demon Time. So, before we go ahead and jump into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and are not subscribed to the channel, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, you guys, turning on your notifications, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video. And you guys, with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Growing Up Hip Hop, shall we? All right, you guys, so the episode opens and we see the guys. So we see JoJo, we see Twist, we see Lil Easy, we see Boogie, we see Sean, and we see a newcomer by, Young Dirty Bastard, Old Dirty Bastard son, right? So he's joining the crew, right? So they're out on the ATVs and the guys are having a good time. And I was wondering, we are, 3 episodes into the season, and I was wondering, where in the hell is Boogie at, right? But Boogie is here. So, once they finish with the ATVs, it looked like they had a good time, right? Man, that is something that I definitely want to do in my lifetime, do ATVs, right? So they go sit down, and then the guys start talking, right? So they start talking about Sean and TT's wedding that is coming up, right? And they ask Sean, is he ready for the wedding? Whenever Sean talks about this wedding to TT, he very much so comes off very nonchalant, as if he doesn't give a fuck about this wedding, right? Like, Sean gives the vibe that, yeah, me and Tahira are getting married, but I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm just gonna show up there, put the ring on her, say my vows, and that's gonna be it. That's literally the vibe that Sean gives, right? Like, he gives the vibe that he just does not give one iota about the wedding, right? So I think it was JoJo who asked him, who is going to come to the wedding? Like, who's invited and who's not invited? And more specifically, he's asking about Egypt, Sam, and Pepper, right? He says that's something that's going to be up to Tahira, right? Because Tahira is the one that's really planning the wedding. So he just has he don't have anything to say about it, right? And actually, it goes back to what I just said. All Sean is gonna do is just show up the day of the wedding, and exchange his vows to TT, and that'll be that. Would you want to marry someone like that? Like, that's a real question, right? But because we know that at this point that Sean and Tahira, they got married in November, but looking back on this season, I would be like, damn, Sean, did you really? I mean, obviously he didn't give a shit, but damn. I know at one point they were talking about, Twist's dad. He's, he went to jail when he was 13 years old. Twist asked Wayne, could he open up for him? And he opened up for him, and the rest is history, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it with that scene. So we're going to move on, you guys. So the next scene we're going to talk about is Sequoia. So Sequoia is at home with her mom, and, they're making tacos, right? So then her cousin Devin shows up, right? And they were talking about Sequoia's music. And I will say one thing about Sequoia, because we saw her later in the episode in the studio. She has talent, right? She has talent. I'm not going to knock her, right? So Sequoia's mom, her name is Tiny, I believe, right? And she's talking to Sequoia, right? So Tiny is annoyed with this situation that's going on between Savannah and Sequoia, right? Now, I feel some type of way, right? Because like I said in the last episode, right? Sequoia did come into last season, the end of season 6A, pretty strong, right? So is it possible that, Savannah went back and put 20 on 10 about the whole Angela situation? Possibly, right? But like I said, like I'm going to continue to say, you are the one who mentioned her, and when you did talk about her, it did seem as if you did have an issue with Angela. Now, did it seem as if you want to fight Angela? No, but it definitely did seem like you had a bit of an issue with Angela. And for what reason still is unclear, right? Because you and your child's father are not together, and Angela is no longer dating your child's father. So it just felt kind of childish, if you will. Like, it didn't need to happen. So Tiny told Sequoia that, she reached out to Stevie, right? And She wants to sit down and have a conversation. And now Sequoia said something that I definitely agree with in this conversation with her mother, right? The fact that Savannah is disrespectful as fuck. She's disrespectful to her father. So what makes you think that if Stevie can get us all in the same place, that she ain't gonna come with hella disrespect, right? Like, if she don't respect him, what makes you think she's gonna respect him enough to sit down with me and have a respectful, intelligent, adult conversation, right? So I was with Sequoia. Like, I don't know what y'all think sitting down with Savannah is going to, fix, alleviate, change. I don't know what they're expecting. Savannah is still the same person from when we saw her on Love and Hip Hop. I forget which season that was, but you guys remember the season that she got into it with Jocelyn, and Jocelyn let her know, "Look, girl, I ain't with the bullshit." Well, I am with the bullshit, but you might want to calm that ass down, right? So we're gonna pause here, you guys, and move forward. So next up, we see YDB, JoJo, and Eric. They're out shopping for baby clothes, right? So we find out that YDB, he and his girlfriend are having a baby, right? I think he said he got 7 kids, right? Ooh, and from the way he's talking, it doesn't sound like all 7 kids are with his girlfriend. So it sounds like he might be spending his time among different households, right? And I think he said his dad had 7 kids, right? And then Lil Easy was talking about how many kids his dad had. Did he say 10 or 11, right? And, with his kids, he don't want to have that situation where multiple families in different houses, right? So that's why he settled down and got married. But the question that I do have is, yes, you are married to Aaliyah. How many kids do you guys have together, and how many kids do you have that are not with Aaliyah? Like, that's the question that I have. But I'm pretty sure he probably finds a way to, manage his time with his kids. And then JoJo was talking about, his dad, and how, his dad has Angela, him, Vanessa, Russie, Diggy, and Miley. Miley, isn't that the little girl that they adopted? I think that's the little girl that they adopted, right? I wonder how old she is now. I haven't saw that little girl since the show, since Run's House ended, right? But yeah. So then Eric and JoJo, they're talking about their relationships with their wives, right? Like I said, Eric said he wanted to get married so that way he didn't have to split his time between different households, right? Then JoJo's talking about his marriage to Denise, and how both of them are saying they didn't want the same situation that they had with their parents growing up, right? Because JoJo said he never really saw his parents together because his parents split up when he was young. So he wants to do different by his kids than what his dad did, right? But you still grew up in a 2-parent household, right? You grew up in a house with I'll say for the show's purposes, right? For Run's House purposes, JoJo, Vanessa, and Angela grew up in a house with Diggy and Russie and Miley with Justine as their stepmother. So you still saw a healthy dynamic, but it is what it is, right? So then we move over and we see Tyran. So Tyran is visiting Peppa, right? And Peppa is telling Tyran that she's getting ready to go on tour with the New Kids on the Block. Did she say SW? I think she said SWV. And congratulations to her. And congratulations to Sandy, and congratulations to Salt and Peppa. Congratulations to them. Is that tour going on? Not being shady, because I'm just asking because of what's going on in the world currently. Is that tour still happening? Just asking, right? So then she asked him about Tahira's wedding, right? So when she asked about the wedding, that's when things kind of got a little bit awkward and a little bit uncomfortable, right? So he tells her that the wedding is going to be in November. She's like, "Oh, November." And she says, "I'm pretty sure the wedding is not going to be in Jamaica because Jamaica ain't," and she stopped there. So I'm like, is Jamaica not letting people come over there? But we also know that the Real Housewives of Atlanta just went to Jamaica, so don't know what's going on in Jamaica. But he says, no, the wedding is not in Jamaica. It's going to be in Florida, right? So then he asks her, has she talked to Tahira, right? And she says, no. She says that, the last time that we talked, that was it. She did her part. So basically, I guess she's saying that TT needs to do her part. Now, I don't know how I felt about that situation, you guys, because the thing is, when it comes to Sandy, Egypt, and TT, right? I don't really feel that TT has a part that she needs to play in anything because of the situation, how it unfolded last season, with the fact that, TT, well, not TT, but Egypt and Peppa were having conversations with that sister Don. So I don't really feel that TT has anything to say to either one of them. I feel like if you guys want to mend the relationship and fix things, that you two should reach out to her and not the other way around, because you guys are the ones that got things started. Now, could there be things that happen behind the scenes? Absolutely, that we don't know. Absolutely, right? I mean, we know that Sam in Egypt felt that, TT took her wedding dates, and her wedding place, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? That's not the end of the world, especially the Jamaica part, right? That ain't the end of the world. Like, you could still get married in Jamaica. Like, what y'all could have actually did is have a joint wedding. Ever think about that? I mean, you guys are family, so like you could have did a lot. You could have done a lot of different things, right? But so yeah, I don't really feel that that's on TT. I feel like that should be on Egypt and on Peppa to reach out to her. But hey, we'll see how things unfold. But we're gonna pause here, you guys, and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we see Eric. So Eric, he's going to the studio and he's meeting up with Sequoia and he's meeting up with Devin, right? So when he gets there, Devin asks about his sister Erica, right? And she says, "Oh, she's good. She just had her baby, right?" So then Eric talks to him about the documentary that they had on WeTV a few months ago, where they were talking about Eazy-E and his death, right? And I didn't watch that because when I saw that commercial for it, I'm like, so y'all are coming up with conspiracy theories about how the man actually died? Because I thought that Eazy-E died, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Eazy-E died because he had AIDS. And I'm gonna have to look that up to make sure I'm correct. But I thought that's how he died, right? From his days of, because I remember watching Straight Outta Compton. And from what I remember in Straight Outta Compton, Eazy-E did a lot of partying, did a lot of things, right? And I could have swore he contracted, and again, I could be wrong, but I thought he had AIDS and died. And he died in the 90s. So I was just confused. And I didn't watch all of that special because, like I said, I knew it was just a bunch of conspiracy theories. And lo and behold, when I was watching, I caught a glimpse of it, because I think at the time I think when that aired, I believe the first half of this season was still on, or it had just ended, because there was something that I was watching, because I was still watching WeTV. I don't know if it was either Growing Up Hip Hop was still on, or if it was Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup, one of the two, because whatever show it was that I was watching on WeTV, when it would go off, that show came on, and one day it just happened to still be on the TV, and I was like, really? This is what we're talking about. I just thought it was really interesting. And I get where he's like, he's supporting his sister, but he feels that, she, like I said, these are conspiracy theories. These are things that it's kind of like they're going on a wild goose chase, right? And this could open, he wants to let his father rest, right? But this could open up more things, right? And it just might not end the way that they would expect it to end. I know that if you believe that someone, caused harm to your parent or loved one, you will want some answers, right? I get that, right? But I don't know if this is necessarily the route to go, right? So then Lazy Bone came down to the studio and he joined them, right? So Sequoia, she has this song that she wants Lazy to listen to. It's called LA Baby, right? So she plays the song for him, and I was like, okay, that sounds like a bop, right? It's a good song, right? So then, Lazy Bone is talking to Sequoia, and he tells Sequoia, like, that situation with Savannah, like, make peace with it, right? And I get what everybody's saying, that she should make peace with the situation, but how can you make peace with a situation if the other party possibly doesn't want to make peace, right? So then we later see Sequoia and her mom, right? So Sequoia and her mom, they sit down with Stevie and Stevie Jr., right? And, you know, they're trying to figure out what they can do to make things right. And Stevie says, well, Stevie Jr. feels like we should all get in the studio. She's like, how's your daughter and your sister going to feel about that? Baby, if it's money involved, she shouldn't give a fuck, right? So then Stevie tells them that he'll have a conversation with Savannah. Stevie J, good luck with that conversation with Savannah. So we're going to move on and wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys, so the end of the episode, we see TT and we see Tyrion. So they are out and they're catching up with each other, right? So she tells him that she needs him in Florida in 2 months. But remember, last week's episode, she was telling Tyrion that he needed to get the vaccine in order to come to her wedding. So he said he wasn't going to get the vaccine. So have you now changed your stance on the vaccine? Like, I was kind of confused as to when this was shot, right? Like what order of events this was shot in. And, you know, then he tells her that he met up with his mom, right? And he talked to his mom, and, you know, he feels that, you know, they should reach out to each other. I was on TT's side. I don't, like I said earlier in the review, I don't believe that TT is the one that should have to reach out to Peppa or to Egypt, right? If they want to mend their relationship with her, then they should be the ones that reach out to her, right? And that's really what I feel. If they want to mend a relationship, reach out to her. So then we end the episode and we see Stevie J and Savannah. So they're out shopping, right? So Stevie J mentions Sequoia's name, and she was like, I don't know that girl. And I'm like, Stevie, I don't know what you were expecting. You know how your daughter is, right? Your daughter is a hothead, so she's not going to listen to what you have to say. And anytime he kept trying to talk about Sequoia, Savannah kept deflecting. She want to look at these clothes, look at this, look at that. And then, you know, she told her, I'll hit you in the face just like I hit that girl. Savannah, little girl, you need to grow up, because there is somebody out there that is bigger and badder than you. So you think you can go around keep hitting people, right? One of these days, you're going to walk up on the wrong woman. You think, oh, you talking shit, I'm going to hit you in your face. That girl, that woman is going to do you some damage that you won't be able to come back from, right? Well, when I say come back from, you know, give you an ass whooping that will just put you on your ass, basically. That's what I mean. So, yeah, he ain't getting nowhere with Savannah. But that's it for the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on, you guys. Share the video. Wear your mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. So until then, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Remember, I said that all out of order, but you guys know what it is. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.